Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, we're going to be playing around with Gain Stage Acoustic. Howdy do. If you're watching over on Facebook, welcome aboard. Good to have you here. You can always come over and join everybody here on the YouTubes at youtube.com/Jade Starr, or you can head over to, there's a YouTube, or you can head over to the Twitch at twitch.tv/howtoapp on iOS, or you can always watch the show every day live in the browser at howtoapponIOS.com and chat from in there, because the stream goes directly into the website every single effing day. Yeah, boy. Thought I forgot to turn off one of my lights. Let's say hello to folks. Cheers. First coffee for the morning. And can I just tell you all, it is fucking cold. It is fucking cold. Man, it is so cold here. So let's pop over and say hello to folks who are here. Hello, Audible Video. Hello. I haven't done sound effects for a while. Let's get him. Paying to get. Ching ching. Haven't seen you for a while. Paying to get. I hope you're doing well. I'm not a box. Saw you earlier. And congratulations. You won a copy of MK, didn't you? Extreme, which I'm doing on the weekend, I think. SM Borthwick, hello. Thomas Christ. Danny Broderick, hello to you. Anyone I'm also missing? Brad Example, Kim Harden Hudson, Vortex, hello to you. Christopher Rossi, hello to you. Russ, buongiorno, Russ. I effing good to see you as well. I think I've got everybody. I think so. If I haven't, just yell out, hey, dickhead. Colin Powell. There you go. Don't yell out, hey, dickhead, yet. Alrighty, so let's kick off before we jump into apps and stuff, because there is something noteworthy today. Many of you may know or may not know, iOS updated. Hello, Ivan. Ivan idea, good to see you too. iOS got an update yesterday. Well, kind of, sort of. Maybe, kind of, sort of, maybe. Because only the iPhones got the update to 14.7, and this is really odd. I don't know what happened. From what I gather, because Apple pushed through all of the updates. So the Watch got it, Apple TV got it, iPhone got it. iPad OS was there for a second and then it disappeared. So for 24 hours, it wasn't online, the update. And I updated both of my iPhones, fine. But for some reason, the update for iPad OS just wasn't there. And today, it actually dropped. So I have updated. Yes, there we are, 14.7. Hoping that it will fix the issues. But no, what I think it was, Mobile Music Pro was, yeah, they dumped it and then they pulled it. So because they released the RC copy Thursday last week. So normally the way things have been going with iOS recently, they've been releasing RCs Thursdays or Fridays. Then what happens is by Monday or Tuesday, that's when the actual app drops. Have you checked? So Thomas Christ, haven't updated yet. Who's updated? Let me know in the chat if you've updated. I have. Everything seems to be working. I've updated both my iPads, my iPad Pro and my 2007, both my iPhones. Just haven't done my iPad mini yet, but that can't get updated anyway because it's really old. So it's an iPad mini 3, so it can't get the latest. But they still are, interestingly enough, updating older devices with 12-point dot updates. So far, it seems like it hasn't. Has it fixed the crackling with the audio interfaces? I don't think so. Not from what I haven't experienced anything like that. I don't know yet. I think I had some crackling. We're going to find out today, aren't we? Because when I plug in the guitar, that's normally when the crackling happens, yeah? hello. Who do I see? Hello, Bo. Good to see you. Also, let me just say, 1 second. Let me get my shit together here. Where are we? Just want to say also thank you to Max Abstract, who joined the Patreon yesterday. Thank you so very much. Welcome aboard. I hope you join us for our weekend streams where we master your songs and talk a lot of shit and do a whole bunch of giveaways. This week there's 3 app giveaways. This one today that we're looking at. Also Digisticks 2 on the weekend giveaways on the Patreon. And no, there's 4 actually. Then there's Soundsaw. And then what else? I think there's 4 giveaways this week on Patreon. So lots to win. And MK Sensation X. So yeah, cool. Cool bananas. What are we looking? Oh, let's go. There's a bunch of price drops today. So let's do these as well before we move on. What did Brad example? It hasn't. I tried to record a video this morning and it would snap, crackle, and pop. That sucks. Man, I don't know what's going to happen with this, because look, at the end of the day, if you're getting the crackling through your audio interface, just turn it off and on. That fixes it. I've said I sound like a broken record. I don't want to sound like a crying Nancy all the time about it and say, when are they going to fix it? Let's hope it gets fixed soon, because, you know, people are paying a lot of money for these 2021 iPads and it's disappointing, yeah? It's definitely got something to do with the bit rate. So when an audio interface is being connected to your iPad, that's when the audio interface takes control of the bit rate of your iPad, and that's how you can get 96 kilohertz to over 100 and 48 using the interface, and that's where the crackling is happening. It's a communication between audio interface and the iPad. Let's hope they can fix it up. Yeah, I hope it's soon. Hello, Hambo Hounslow. Good to see you. All right, so price drops. Let's go. Audio Scrub, a remix edition and play edition, a bunch of 4-pocket stuff. So vocal soloist, analyzer, visual EQ, $7.99, $5.99, $5.99. They're what, a couple of bucks off each. A whole bunch of these apps. So Volt. Massive price drops. Volt Synth, I think Agonizer's in here as well, half price. All these are half price. VC1 Chorus, RE1 Tape Machine, FD1 Filter Delay. So there's a whole bunch of price drops happening here. If these are apps in particular you have been after, now is the time to grab them, because they're all half price. Good stuff. And there's a good selection of stuff there, yeah. Righty dokey. We're looking at an interesting app today. Why do I say this is interesting? Is it something that you need? I don't know. Is it something that I would go out of my way to go and purchase? I don't know. Now that I have it though, it's actually worked for something that I currently was having an issue with, and that's why I was interested in this. So this is not necessarily going to, this app is not necessarily going to be a game changer in any way, shape or form, but it could help you with guitar sounds that you have. For example, I have a guitar here, an Ibanez, one beautiful Ibanez acoustic guitar here that I really wanted, but they didn't have the semi-acoustic version of it. So I still bought it because I loved the tone of it. There was a beautiful tone. So I just bought the guitar and thought, I'll buy a pickup later. So I bought a pickup, but the pickup, it's an expensive pickup too. It's worth like $300. It's not an active pickup. It's just a magnetic single coil Seymour Duncan pickup. But the tone in it is toilet. I can't seem to, off the bat, I have to use a lot of EQ to get this to do something. And this is where this app steps in. So it's got a multitude of features that we're going to go through. You can turn your electric guitar into an acoustic sounding guitar. It's not going to be perfect. This is the thing. This is not perfect. But you can also take a guitar that has, say, a piezo pickup or a humbucker pickup, or, you know, and get a richer sound maybe out of an acoustic. And as you'll see, you can actually add it to things like Geoshred and stuff like that. So this app is called, there we go, apps. You can definitely tell I've updated lately. Gain Stage Acoustic. I'll just put, why is it not showing up? Why? Oh, I think it's under GS Acoustic. There it is, Gain Stage Acoustic. And why is it showing up here as like I don't own it? That's really bizarre. Because I do. I own this. Hang on a minute. I own this. What's going on? It's on my iPad. Oh, no. I'm getting worried now. Hang on. Let's... now I'm getting scared. Oh, audio extensions are still there. For some reason, it's saying that I don't own it, but it's clearly sitting in my tray here. So it's $5.99, yeah? Pay no attention to this, which says $9.99. Maybe I'm still running the beta. I don't think so. I think I did install the final version. Let's have a look. Let's just check. Sure, it's the same version anyway. Am I on the beta? Let me check. Let me just go here. Let's do this. Let me just go back to this screen here. I'll just check. There you go. Enjoy my horrible thumbnail. Gain Stage. Let's see. Copy. You know, I could still be on the beta. That could be right. That's terrible. That's really shit of me. I'm normally a lot better than that. Just give me 1 sec and I shall see if I'm on the beta. I'm just covering up any personal details or anything like that. This ID. What do you know? I was on the beta. There we go. We'll come back. So what I'll do now is I'll just remove this just to make sure. We'll delete it and I'll install the... I didn't even realize. That's incredibly slack of me. Purchased. Gain Stage. So I'm going to run this through 2 guitars. I'm going to run this through an electric guitar and I'm going to run it through this acoustic with this Seymour Duncan pickup. It is $5.99, and as I said, it's not an essential. I don't think it's an essential, but what it's really good for is if you have a guitar that has perhaps a really shit pickup or something like that, and you want to make it sound a bit better, like what I have, that's going to work. If you have an electric and don't have an acoustic, something like this is going to work for you too. If you don't have the money to buy something like, you know, any of these more expensive apps like the new Nembrini one, which I'm going to look at next week as well. Their acoustic one, like Tone, or I can't remember. So, or Bias, which have acoustic stuff in them. If you can't afford those, for $5.99, this will do that for you, yeah? Really cool. So let's open up AUM, and I just have to reload these now that I have a finished version. So yeah, $5.99. Let's grab my guitar. Where are we? We'll go over here. So I'm going to start off with this guitar here. This is my Ibanez, a beautiful maple Ibanez. It is still in really grand condition because I only bought it last year and I haven't played it a lot because it's got a really beautiful tone here. But here you will see is where, I'll just bring this camera around. I've purchased this Seymour Duncan pickup here. So as I said, it's a pretty expensive pickup, not super expensive, but you know, $300. And we shall put this through AUM and see what this app can do to make this sound a little bit richer, yeah? Because what I've noticed by playing this it's super tinny. Yeah, it's just a plain. Ultimately, there's no EQ on this, and you really have to fuck around with EQ if you're playing through it. Where this app can just quickly fix something. If you don't want to fuck around with EQ. I think it's what have I got it in left? So I'll just turn down my mic for a sec. So you see what I mean? That sounds shite to me. That sounds horrible, because it's not an active pickup. It just doesn't do the job. So what we're going to try and do is throw this on here and see what it can do. Okay, so this is the interface. Very simple to use. You have so you've got this eight section like EQ, which is nice. So plenty of EQing happening there. You've got a bypass down the bottom here. So this is made by BlueMangoo as well, so it's a quality app. You've got a mono to stereo, so you can fuck around with that too. You've got some reverb here, so you've got some little room reverbs. A small, medium, large, and extreme. And you've got a peak limiter and a hiss suppressor. Because if you've ever used an acoustic simulator before, hello Doug. Is there anyone else I've missed to? Gary Hubbs. Gary Hubbs says, seriously though, my acoustic is shit. It's firewood waiting to happen. I need an alternative. I need a new drug. So now I'll explain a little bit too. So with this is made for specific type of pickups, yeah? Specific type of pickups. So piezo pickups are the ones that you get inside, which go inside here, right? And they use, the way they work is on the vibrations of where they're hooked up in the struts. Then you've got these magnetic pickups, and then you've got pickups in the neck. So within this app here, it's a whole lot of input types. So there's a whole lot of presets in here to go with the specific type of pickup that you're using to try and match. So this is trying to match what you have to make it sound that little bit better. So I've got a bit of buzz happening there. And it's an interesting thing because, and it's something that I find with all of these sims that you get, even in like bias effects, acoustic sims and stuff, they tend to create a lot of noise, yeah? So that's why there's a hiss suppressor on here, because it's trying to manipulate the sound to turn it into an acoustic sound. And an acoustic sound is a very specific kind of sound, you know? An acoustic sound is created from the hole, the type of wood, the way the guitar is constructed. So it's trying to do a lot with an algorithm to try and make this all work. So it's not perfect. Definitely not perfect, but when used sparingly, and you can definitely get some results with it. So what I'm going to do is, because I have a single coil in here, I'm just going to go with this single coil bridge. We'll turn this down, my mic, because you're picking up the actual guitar as well through the mic. So you can immediately hear a massive change there, yeah? Again, as I said, not perfect, but you can hear it had a very, very tinny, high-end kind of sound, and I haven't really fucked around with any of the EQ in here. So we'll turn it down again just to show you. Here it is off. Now let's turn it on. And what's really clever about this, yeah, is so it's using these algorithms to do this, yeah. A lot of these modern sims do this kind of stuff. You've also got, and what really helps to make an acoustic sim really sound good. Hello, Sean, good to see you. Speaking of Sean and Patrick, I won't be doing an interview this week because just because of what's happening next week, but because there's no interview this week, we've got double the interview next week. We've got Sean and Patrick Chandler coming on the show for a double trouble interview, yeah? Should be heaps of fun, so I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, let's head back to part of creating an acoustic algorithm and a sim comes down to the room size and the reverb, and which they do really well here. So I'm going to turn this down again and just run through these 4 reverbs. That and because that's what it gives. It's trying to create the sound of what's in the hole, right? With the room size. So we'll turn it down again and we'll go through these room sizes. I knew it would be you, Audible Video, who said that. Hey, fam. I just knew it. So you'll notice when I turn off this hiss suppressor as well, just listen to what happens. So now we've got it on and it's removed more of that hiss. So what I'll do also is run through these other single coils, because you've got a few selections of single coils in here as well. You've got a single coil bridge 1, 2 and a middle. Let's have a mess around with the EQ. We'll go back to the single, because I really like this single coil 1. And we'll just show you what some of the EQ can do to it as well. Because remember, these are just straight off the board. So you can really hone in it and really make this sound a little bit different. Now, for any of you who've watched my opening hours, you know I put a whole lot of black hole on my guitar to try and get some really nice big sounds when I'm doing these live streams, because I just love that kind of sound. So let's see if we get the similar sound to when I use my Yamaha acoustic. Massive difference, yeah. So again, there's nothing too fancy about this app, yeah. It does one thing, and it does one thing really well. For $5.99, this is what you're getting. As I said in the beginning, ideal for someone who has, say, an acoustic like this and has just a plain magnetic pickup and really wants to give their guitar some body. You know, not everyone's good with EQ and stuff like that. So, hey, it's a $6 fix, yeah? But let's grab my electric, because what it does is it can take an electric guitar and do its best. Remember, it's doing its best to try and simulate an acoustic guitar, yeah? So, what have we got? So I got my LTD 6-string here. Let's pop that one out. Give this a bit of volume. Okay, so I'm going to turn down my mic, yeah. Oh, hang on, we'll just bring it in. And what I'll do is I'm going to take it, we're going to go with a humbucker, yeah. Where are we? We'll go with this bridge humbucker. Straight away you can hear the hiss come in, because it's trying to recreate this acoustic sound. So I'll turn down my mic so you can hear the difference, and you'll see it's not perfect, yeah, but what it does is pretty incredible. So I just removed some of the hiss, yeah? Hear that? So you can hear some crackling and stuff in there as well. This is one of the things that can happen when you're trying to simulate an acoustic kind of sound with an electric. And what it's the way the and you get this with a lot of them. Like I get the same thing with Bias. Bias Effects has this kind of stuff in it. Has a whole bunch of acoustic sims. You've got the IK Multimedia Amplitude ones. They have it in there as well. So there's no shortage of apps that do this. But as I said, if you can't afford those things, this is something that you can use to try and recreate that. Now, there are also a whole bunch of different... So I'm just using this one humbucker. Let's try another one here. So you can hear it's a completely different kind of tone. I'll turn down my mic again. So I'll just put this down for a second because I want to go through some other stuff. So there's even here some presets which are really interesting. Let me just turn this down for a sec. So you've got like for a cigar box, you've got a cigar box a preset here, which is really cool. So and we're going to touch on this Geoshred as well. Because let's do that now. Let's open this up. Because if you've ever used Geoshred to use the acoustic guitars, you notice sometimes they can be a bit, they can be a bit grating on your ears. Geoshred's an amazing app. Like most people know that. But the sounds for the guitars can just be a little bit. So what I'm going to do is go into presets here and find acoustics. And let's grab this 12. We're set on a 12 string here. And we'll throw it on here because there's actually two presets for Geoshred, which is interesting enough. Boom. And I don't have an acoustic with a piezo pickup, so there's no point me putting it in through my other guitars because it's not really going to work. It's not really going to work for anything, you know. So let's try this Geoshred and see. I'll leave this down here. So you can already see it's just made it that little bit warmer. If we turn it off, see you later, Vortex. We'll go through some of the other because we've got. Where are we? We want 12 string. There's a classical acoustic. So you can see how much warmer it's making it. We'll try number 2. What else do we have in here? This is the first time I'm trying this, so bear with me. We've got a 12-string junior here. Let's just turn it off. Interesting. What other guitars are there? So there's strums in here. So again, it's just giving it that little bit of warmth, and that's really what you can expect from this for this kind of sound. What other acoustics? There's a sitar, strum up, Spanish in here. We can try the Spanish one. What's the difference? It's interesting nonetheless. No problem, not a box. Have a good day. So I didn't expect this to be a long one today because this really not, you know, I've pretty much shown you what you can do with it. What I thought would be fun, just to wrap up, is I wonder what we can do, but we're throwing a bunch of presets on top of the guitars, the acoustic guitars, or the electric guitars in GarageBand. Yeah. Can you turn an electric guitar into, can you turn it into an acoustic kind of sound by using the acoustic gain stager on that? I'm interested. And I'm just fucking around, folks, so, you know. It's something to do. What else? Do I have anything else? No. So we'll close this out. We'll close out of AUM. God, I've got a lot of shit open. Burp, burp. Always got stuff open. Let's open up GarageBand. And see. So this was open from yesterday. Let's delete that. Let's bring in a a guitar, smart guitar, and see what we can do. Yeah. So let's change this just to the classic clean. And we'll go in here and we'll add plugins. I haven't tried this. It's probably going to sound like dog shit. I don't know. Exactly. That's what this section is. Can you polish a turd? All right. So where are we? Gain Stage Acoustic. All right. So let's choose. Let's just go through some sounds. I guess we can, what do we want? We want to do this. We just want to get it playing, yeah? So, that sounds good. So we'll try the single coils. Didn't really do much, did it? Try a humbucker. Nah. I was just interested. Wow, the cigar actually makes it heavy. That's bizarre. All right, so what else I'm curious about? Oh, you tried turning off the effects? That's a good point too. Oh, they're off. The effects are off on this actual guitar, so oh yeah, we've got an echo here. We'll try the piezos. Nah. So let's try picking an acoustic sound and seeing what it does to that. I mean, just interested to know what it can do. So we'll have to bring in the effect again. G. So we'll turn it off for now. Have I got the effect off? There we go. So that's interesting. It kind of sounds nice. Definitely like a much nicer tone in there. So hey, all right, that's interesting. What have I got that set on? That's set on single coil neck. This is a single coil neck 2. So you can change from mono to stereo as well. It's not too bad. It actually gives it a little bit. I really like that single coil. That one's nice. So you can definitely hear it. It gives it a bit more body. So again, $6. Liven up, get a different kind of sound. Now, a lot of this you can get with EQing as well, some serious EQing, so there's no denying that. Try this. Electric piezo. I really like that. Single coil bridge sounds nice. Because I think everybody's come against this. Hey, if you're using the acoustic in GarageBand and you don't have a guitar, you will notice some of the strings ring really loud, especially the B string. For stuff like for the autoplay, there's always an annoying B string somewhere in there. You can even hear it in this one. So you really have to, when you record, you really have to go in and try and fuck with these to really get them to sound nice. Yeah, I was going to do that to wrap up. That was going to be the last thing I was going to do. Let's try the flat spectrum. So remember, you've got all the EQ here as well. To fuck with as well. Nice. I think with the American acoustic it's going to be a little bit different, but that's a really rich sound. So BlueMangoo's created a really nice app here that's really cheap and does one thing. Yeah, so definitely going to be looking at Nembrini's foray into this, because they've just released an acoustic sim as well, which probably does a little bit more. It's probably a bit more expensive, and it's probably a bit more expensive. I haven't checked out the price of it. So I think from memory it's probably about double the price. We can stop that. Go away. No. Let's try the American acoustic. Yeah, we'll give that a go before we fuck off. It does work pretty well, man. It does work really well. What I have found though, when I was using the electric guitar by itself, you really have to ride your levels in your audio interface. As soon as it's a little bit too loud, you get some really crazy buzzing and stuff. As soon as if you get a peak using an electric guitar and then run that acoustic sim through, and you get one little red peak in your it just it craps out. So it's something that you have to be mindful of because of all what it's doing under the hood there. Let's see. Let's open up Sample Tank. Here you are. And Gain Stage $7.99 introductory. I forgot my keyboard on. Okay, so let's see what it sounds like with this. So it's very bass heavy in there, but this is the sound that we have. We're on a piezo. Hello, Pete Johns. Hey, it's Pete Johns. Hope you're doing well, Pete. Let's try a humbucker. Ooh, nah. No, that's not going to work, is it? No. A neck pickup? Compared to... So what about this single coil bridge? So definitely got the piezo's kind of sounded the best in here. Probably have to take out some of that bass. You're losing a lot of the brightness here. So you really have to ride the levels to bring it back up. This is without it. So, I mean, you're definitely getting that more reverby kind of sound. You could probably take off some of that reverb. But a much warmer guitar. So, you know, there's definitely a change there. And like anything, man, guitar tones are to taste, aren't they? You know, it depends on the sound you're looking for. I think this is a nifty little app. I think it does one thing and it does one thing really good. I like the addition to just... for Geoshred, just for that. I'd be really interested to have a guitar with a piezo pickup in it. That would be pretty cool as well to check out. I don't have one. So, you know, from my going through, it doesn't really make much difference. But, yeah. What do you guys think? It's up to you. Remember, apps aren't like Pokemon. You don't need to collect them all. But if you have, I can definitely say, if you have, say what I do with this Seymour Duncan pickup here, that it's horrible sounding, but it plugs in, I'll definitely try using this guitar, maybe on a live stream for one of my opening hours, using this and all the usual effects, and see if I can match what I get with my Yamaha. Again, $6, couple of cups of coffee. It's got to work for you. If you have an electric guitar, you don't have an acoustic, something like this is nice and simple to just be able to make an acoustic sound. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, so that's it for today. We are done. What are we doing tomorrow? What's happening tomorrow? We are doing this tomorrow. No, we're not doing that. We're doing this. Sound saw. We're going to make some fucking noise, yeah? So that is what is happening tomorrow. Very cool. I love this app. It's heaps of fun. What else is happening? The day after, I'm having a day off, my usual day off. And then before the Patreon show this week, I am going to be looking at MK Sensation X. Okay, so we're going to have a look at that. And what is happening this week? I don't have a graphic for this week, but this week I'm going to attempt to make another song, much like I did with the Nano Studio. We're going to have 4 days of me trying to create a song in Gadget 2. And I've created a brand new idea for a band. I'll tell you the name of the band once we get it cooking on the show. And I'm going to try and create a really unique lo-fi pop song. Something totally out of my wheelhouse. Threw myself under the bridge. So that's going to be happening next week. So 4 days of Gadget. By the end, we'll have a song finished. We'll release it through DistroKid. And then on the last day of the week, we'll have an interview with Patrick and Sean Chandler. Good times, yeah? So looking forward to that. Thank you all for joining me. Hit the like if you would like to. Totally up to you. Hit the dislike 4 times. If you dislike the video, or even 6 times, or 8 or 10 times. Up to you. Make sure it's a even number though. And I will see you tomorrow. Keep doing the things that make you happy. Make mistakes because they make you better. And we'll see you tomorrow. Adios, folks. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us. You guys rock. And bye.